Hello everyone and welcome to the 3D section of the channel. I've worked on quite a few things and you can see I have done another veil. This one is a bit special because this is a veil made of a lot of single pieces. So as you have seen in the thumbnail in the beginning or in the thumbnail of the video, this is a chain-like veil. I've seen this when I started working on the first veil ideas I had back, and I still had these lying around, and right now this is an interesting topic for me, so I decided to make one more. As you can see, I've used the basis of the first veil I made, and next I designed the actual scales, or the actual plates for this. And the first problem that I encountered right there is that the that thickening didn't work like it should do. This happens sometimes, that due to an calculating error, or due to creating artificial lines in the whole object, that the thickening tool gets a little bit weird. But as you can see, this is fixable quite easily. And yeah, I made a basic shape for this veil, just like the original that I used, and just made sure that this is looking okay before I started working on this. There was a slight bit of a problem at the beginning. I made for the first row of these scales, I wanted to make a ring and thicken it, and for some reason I couldn't. The tool was broken after the first attempt, and I had to manually thicken the ring, as you can see. And there was quite a bit of a problem because I forgot to remove the symmetry, which resulted in doubling the faces when I used the bridge tool. So this is what you saw in between, and this is something that happens quite common for me. I I'm forgetting to turn off symmetry for stuff. I also had to reload there because the whole thing crashed on me while I was working on a function. So yeah, this is just something that will happen from time to time. So the first piece was finished, or is finished, and now I'm actually going the whole way and doing this by hand. I copy pasted the rings and the connected scale or plate by hand one time around the whole veil, and this whole thing has a lot of single pieces. This is something I would not suggest if you don't have a good PC, because this will eat quite a lot of RAM and quite a lot of processing ability of your computer. And you will see that my computer will lag later on when I start to mass produce, in a sense, these tiles. So we get to a point, this was intentional from the beginning, where I can copy paste these, because putting all of these into this thing is a killer work. So I finished the first row, copy pasted the left to the right side, and you can see that it is currently copy pasting quite good. I also used the group tool to put the whole first row into one group so I don't mess it up later. Also, I saved while working on this quite frequently, like, I don't know, every 4 or 5 or 6 pieces I saved this, and I'm really glad I did, because I mean, it didn't crash, but at some points I really started, my computer started lagging, and I was really unsure if it's crashing now, and if yeah, if I have to redo something. But it worked out quite well. You can see I'm yeah, having a bit of a set off or offset between the tiles, so I have this yeah, this effect of the scales basically, and this is also what I was going for. Also, as you can see, I'm only working on one side right now, and yeah, obviously the idea is to copy paste this later. At the end of the video is a render if you want to jump to that, and I've also in the render played around with the emissive effect on surfaces. So if you check out my Patreon, I will link it in the description, you can see a few other versions of this. You can actually just go there and look at them and check them out. The Patreon is not, or this post is not paywalled, so just check out what else I played around with the emissive feature. Okay, back to the mesh. As you can see, I'm still copy pasting this, and we are at the last rows, or the last 2 or 3 rows I do by hand. This was already my first test, can I already copy paste them, but as you can see, it didn't work that well at that point. So I had to do one more row, I think 1 or 2 more rows before I could start copy pasting them downwards. And yeah, right now I'm this is actually not part of the Lords of Magic content that I usually do. I'm trying to do 1 or 2 of the Lords of Magic models per week, but due to me not having time tomorrow, I postponed the second model for next week. So next week I will do the 3rd live Lord character, and then I will see which other faith I will start doing. Yeah, so this is actually just a little bit of the on the side. I also did a few other things just in between, because I wanted to play around. There is another veil that I did, which is a chainmail. So this is scale mail, and the other one is a chainmail veil, and the other one was actually even harder for my computer. Both of these need a lot of computing power to actually be put into a render, and I made this because I want to explore alternatives to this by using the extrude tool. So this is something I will try, and you will probably have the video if I don't forget to record it. But yeah, this is basically a test. I wanted to see how this would work and how long I needed for this project when done by hand and in single pieces. And I needed about an hour to finish the whole thing. And you can see that right there I'm able to copy paste the rows. So we're at the point where I can just copy paste everything, delete a little bit on the side, and then do the second half. Yeah, and this is basically what I did today. The veil. And yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all healthy. I hope you're all okay. And it would be really good to hear from you, to know what you're thinking about the whole project and the whole idea. And enjoy the render. And see you guys around.